Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
I received let's see here. I got a $1 tip from someone saying, does it make you sad that so many people in your life have mistreated you? Does it make me sad? I mean, in the moment, it does. Like, for example, if I really trust someone, or if I really feel like, you know, I have some kind of a friendship or an attachment to someone, and then I get betrayed by them, of course it hurt. How could it not, right? I would have to be so inhuman, so numb, that it wouldn't hurt, right? At the very same time, you get used to it to a point. Like, for example, it's very hard for me to trust many people in my life. I'm being honest with all of you now. I'm kind of opening up a little bit. It's hard for me to trust anyone. You want to know why? Because so many people have kind of screwed me over time. People who swear to me, don't worry, we're in it for the best of intentions, and, you know, we're here to do this or that, and, you know, then what happens, right? And it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Well, fool me 77 times, right? Oh, darn, I guess I should have learned around time 3 or 4. But at the same time, what happens is a lot of people say to me, well, you can't have that attitude. Because if you have that attitude and you shut off people and you shut down, you're basically limiting your life. And that's not right, because everyone has a right to have, like, trust and friendships. I agree with you, but I have been screwed over, mistreated, and basically, you know, treated like dirt many, many times in my life by people who I feel I didn't deserve it. It's one thing to say, you know, Phil was a complete scumbag to someone, and then they just gave back what they got. But in a lot of these cases, it felt like I did my absolute best to be a good person, to be nice, you know, and then out of nowhere, out of left field, here comes the screw job, right? And it's like, well, I guess I just got to get used to it, right? It's true. Like, at this point, you get numb to a point. You're just like, well, I guess it was just going to happen. At some point, it was destined that someone was going to be nasty to me for some stupid reason, right? But you know what? At least I'm happy. Let me put it this way. Number one, I have a really great family life. I really do. I'm happily married. You know, we have a good life here together behind the scenes, and that's great. That amount of support, it's very much appreciated and needed, especially when you have that element of people always trying to use you to get over and screw you over and do something to, right, to get a rise or to get attention for themselves. Because that's what it is. Ultimately, why do people screw me over? Because they want to get attention for themselves in some way, right? Most people who've ever screwed me over, that's exactly what it was. How do I benefit from stepping on Phil and propelling myself over him, right? And that's how it really is a lot of times. But at the very least, thank God, I have a really great personal home life, right? In addition, I'll be honest, there are people who I do trust. I've got some moderators who I've had for many, many years. Now, do we have close personal friendships? No. But I trust them. There's people who've been around for a long time. They have nothing to lose. They're not, you know, they're not in a big deal or a big way that they, you know, we're not best friends. We don't talk all the time. But they swing by, they help out here on streams. And that's nice to know that they want to give some of their free time to help out. And when a lot of people, oh, you don't have enough moderators. Well, I also am not forcing anyone to come by and do anything. If they want to come by and help moderate, good, because I trust them because they're good people, right? But I'm not going to stand here and twist someone's arm and force them to do stuff, especially if they have their own busy lives and shit. And I think that's one of the reasons why we respect each other so much, because I'm not some kind of a dictator jerk. Oh, well, how dare you not be on stream 3 times this week? Where's the schedule? Fuck you. There's no mod schedule. They show up if they want. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes we don't have mods for days. It's not really a big deal. If you haven't noticed, it's not really a big deal, you know. But yeah, it is kind of a shame. And let's also be honest, with the negativity and the insane idiots who follow me around the internet, it's hard to make friendships. Because as much as I would like to say, oh, let's befriend someone and let's do casual gameplay with each other, co-op gameplay online, maybe competitive matches in Street Fighter, will that rub off negatively on them? Right? There's been a couple instances over the years of people who I did some gameplay with or was planning to, and then they started getting harassed by my hater base, to which case they actually asked me behind the scenes very politely, we got to cut this off. Like, I know that we've been having fun, chilling, talking, and playing games. We can't do that anymore, because now I'm getting negative impact from that, and I don't want that on my own life, on my own community. I can't have that. So that's what I mean. It's fucked up. Did I create the insanity that follows me around? No. Do I want them to harass other people? No. Sometimes I just have to do what's best, right? I have to make that sacrifice to say, well, I'm just going to be myself on my own island, on my own streams, my own channels. I'm not going to bother trying to branch out and do co-op stuff because there's too much harassment that would rub off on other people. And I can't control that. I can't stop that, right? So anyway, there you go. I mean, is it sad? Yeah. I would argue, yeah, it is sad. But at the same time, I've been doing this for 15 years. Arguably 10 of those years out of the 15, the last 10 years, I've had this black cloud element of crazy people following me around the internet. I'm used to it now. I know how it works. I know that ultimately, for every 5 people I trust, probably 2 of them are going to turn out to be scumbag assholes who are only in it to get some kind of personal gain. There's not much you can do about that, right? But you can move forward positively, which I've done. I'm not going to let people mistreating me or betraying me or, you know, I'm not going to let that, you know, stop me. I'm not going to let that hinder my enjoyment of what I do for a living, making meaningful content for you guys. I'm just going to keep moving, all right? That's my philosophy anyway, so.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.